Oh, let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We are the Matrixxx Groove Hour. I think I've got my Master Shady Groove. Master Shady Groove, how are you today? Welcome, my partner in justice, Shady Groove.
I'm quite well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just blown out of a cannon right now. Shot out of a cannon.
Yes, sir. And so am I.
We've got some new cue, and I'm going to actually just try to reshare this. Maybe I forgot the computer sound, Shady, so we'll get you back here. We're going to get you right over here. So we got some new cue, guys. We got some new cue. Yes, we do. We have Fartgate going on, apparently.
Yeah, there's an impeachment out there.
There's impeachment. Fartgate. I mean, what is going on? And I want to just thank Jay Hayslip Jr. We just tried to just play the opening with his drum solo there, with his intro, the Matrixxx Groove Hour intro song with drums. What did you guys think of that? If you liked it, hit 17. Maybe we'll use it more often. Let me know what you guys think. And Shady, I know we had the sound up, but it actually matched up pretty well, brother.
Nice. Yeah, I was thinking if people like that, maybe we'd try to get that meshed in with the opening if Jay's okay with it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love it. And thank you, Jay Hayslip Jr. We really appreciate that. I mean, immensely. So here we are, guys. Let's go over to the Windows Capture. We got a new cue today. This is basically my thread for 11/19/19. This will be my thread for all cue posts for Tuesday, November 19th, 2019. FISA goes both ways and more. So let's go, Shady. What do you think?
I think FISA does go both ways.
It does. And here's the latest Q post. It's 3603. Shady, why don't you just go ahead and read that for us? Let's start it off with just reading the Q post.
Phones were present. FISA goes both ways. Information warfare. Q.
Wow. And he linked us to this. Let's take a listen. It's about 3 minutes long. Let's take a listen. Hang on one second. Let me get this.
Prosecutor General Lusenko, the good guy, remember, that came in after the bad guy was taken out? He decides to give an interview with Ukrainian media. And in that interview, he makes a stunning comment. Quote, "I don't know how, but the Americans got an audio recording of Mr., how do you say his name? Sitnik, of his conversation." Now, that's the guy who ran the Anti-Corruption Bureau. He was resting with his family and friends now and discussing how he'd like to help Hillary. Huh.
Whoa.
So the guy who is in charge of the anti-corruption, they caught him on tape talking about how he'd like to. Well, let me play it for you. Now, this is the first time, strange because it's been out in the newspapers in Ukraine. This is the first time that we know of that this has been translated by anyone in the media in English. I just want you to listen. Now, the speaker you're going to hear is Director Sitnik, and this is what he said. Listen.
Я думаю, что да. Я же ему тоже помогу. Но ему, а Хиллари помогла.
Hillary.
Я тут так пишут там. Но мне кажется, Хиллари помогла бы, я думаю.
Wow, Clinton Foundation.
Я наскільки пам'ятаю, ви говорили, що для нас не було близько.
Ні, Трамп же ж він чисто в нього внутрішні питання домінують над зовнішніми. А Хіларі це якби це із тих політиків, що вони гегемонія Америки в світі. Для нас це так лучше. А для американців лучше так, це те, що Трамп робить.
Вона зараз ці американські страховці, це баба, мужик.
Ми ж оприлюднили дані про Манафорта, якого посадили. Манафорт ж був керівник цього виборчого штабу Трампа. Ну, я ж тоді це сторонив час, в тому числі за те, що проходили початку бухгалтерію, посадили там, можливо, 80 років телебомбили.
Wow.
Трампа барабан, там ж у них система працює чітко.
Система хороша.
І коли це були вибори, за неділю до виборів, FBI поновили розслідування відносно Хіллері. У неї рейтинг попав на 7%, і Трамп на тяжко переміг.
Shady,
Я таки можу
this
поняти,
is
що Трамп
huge.
воює з FBI, і коли мене доганяють. Якби не FBI, то він би не був президентом. У них Хіллері погасили рейтинг на 7%.
Wow, that seems pretty kind of wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
That does seem wow. And, you know, I almost think it's worth just kind of stepping back a minute because, you know, it is a little bit hard to watch and read, Shady. Can you see the screen right there?
Yes.
I mean, why don't we just kind of maybe read it? All right. I mean, so why don't you be Kolya and I'll be the other gentleman, okay?
Okay.
So let's just kind of step through this. Ready? Go.
Is this where this is where it starts, right?
Yes, sir. So it says right there. Hey, did they? Yep.
All right.
You're Koloya.
Yeah. I thought you were going to play it.
No.
Did they or those?
Did they? Those, right? Or did they is what you said. Okay, and then he says, "Yep, I helped." Okay, yep. Maybe we should play it with mute. What do you think? I mean,
Yeah, let's try to play it with the mute on.
yeah, because it's okay. Ready? Here we go. And here's Glenn Beck introducing. So,
Did they or those Russians help him? Your people?
I think they did. Yep, I helped them too. Not him, but Hillary. I helped her.
Yeah, right. Then her position tottered, right?
Well, this is how they write about it, right? Ivan's Hillary aid. America.
Well, I am about the commentaries at the time, and we were not indiscernible.
No, there was. There it was. Trump, he's purely inner problem issue. They dominate over the external matters. While Hillary, she is, how shall I put it, she belongs to the cohort of the politicians who compromise the hegemony in the U.S. Both in the U.S. and the entire world, right? For us, it is sort of better. For the Americans, what Trump is doing is better for them.
Well, we have lots of those American experts here now.
Well, there you see why Hillary lost the elections. I was in charge of investigating their black accounting records. We made the Manafort's data available to general public.
So what? So what?
He was imprisoned. Manafort then was the head of Supreme Headquarters of Trump. Right then, he dismissed two, including due to all the black accounting. After that, he was sentenced to 80 years of imprisonment term. How about Trump? He did not give a sheep. They have their system working there, and it works smoothly.
Everybody works smoothly there.
And when they carried out the elections, a week before the elections, FBI reopened the investigation in respect of Hillary. So her rating dropped for 7%, and that is why Trump managed to win the elections at a pinch. I am still unable to understand why he is fighting with FBI. They tried to catch him on the hand. If it were not for the FBI, he would not have won the elections. They torpedoed Hillary rating for 7%. Wow, Shady.
So it seems like he liked Hillary.
Yeah, seemed like he liked Hillary, of course. And this is exactly what the perfect phone call means, Shady. It is trying to
I thought
get
they
rid
were
of
for
swamps.
Trump, though.
No, they're not for Trump, Shady.
What?
No.
But those people on TV.
The people on TV, you're right, you know, yes. Anons be like, new Q, Shady. So
Is that Arnold?
That's Arnold. New Q. That's new Q. Oh,
That's not a very becoming picture.
All right, so then we got the tweetable version of Q3606 right here. So share this, guys. This is probably one of the biggest booms, Shady. This is a huge, huge boom. I'm telling you right now.
Boom.
It's huge. Also, let's play. I got this.
Let's play a recreation of 2020.
Here it is. The impeachment fumble.
Montano tried to get there. The ball
Trump
comes
2020.
out.
Trayvon Diggs
running down the sideline.
What are shovels used for?
Trayvon Diggs. Nobody's going to catch him. There are no flags.
Democrats run the other way.
The do-nothing
This
Democrats.
will be a 100.
100 yards, dude. Wow. So I thought that was pretty funny, and those are the Q posts that we have so far. Right now, here it is. We'll just refresh real quick just to see. But that's the Q drops for today so far, Shady. And make sure, guys, that you keep a look on this thread right here. The thread, it's open until 12 midnight tonight. And with that, if there's more new Q, it will be posted here, guys. Okay? What do you think? I think that's amazing. Also, what do you think of this, Shady? Breaking. Did you see this? The FBI investigators probing the death of Jeffrey Epstein are looking into whether a criminal enterprise may have played a role in the Bureau of Prisons director revealed Tuesday during testimony on Capitol Hill. Shady. Holy boom.
Yeah, interesting that we have all this other stuff going on while there's something important happening, huh?
Right.
Because they're testifying today. Nobody's talking about this because we're watching the two clowns over there.
The clown show. The clown
show.
Also, Nancy Pelosi stated that it's dangerous to let voters decide Trump's fate. To Fox News, she said this too. In other words, she thinks I'm going to win and doesn't want to take a chance on letting the voters decide. Like Al Green, she wants to change our voting system. Wow, she's crazy, Shady.
Yes, she is, and she's nervous.
Nervous Nancy.
Nervous Nancy.
Nervous Nancy. And then I replied to this, Super POTUS. Look at that meme. These meme makers, and you know who you are amazing. And Shady, the NASDAQ is up 27% alone this year. What do you think of that? Impeach. Yes. All right. Also, I found this. Actually, Poussant out there. Hat tip to Poussant out there. One of our wonderful mods, Poussant. You get a 17 for this. This is a pretty good dig. In fact, she showed me these papers, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, and I remembered this. James Comey. Remember James Comey put the Y, the U, in kill box. Can't promote principled anti-corruption action without pissing off corrupt people, George P. Kent, who's the Deputy Assistant Secretary of State. And that was said on November 14th, apparently, 2019. But, Shady, look at this. This is a letter to Yuri Stolyarchuk, okay? And it's to the Prosecutor's General Office in Ukraine, in Kiev, okay? And this is from George P. Kent. And basically, in this box here, as voices by European Union Ambassador John Tobinsky, we are gravely concerned about the investigations for which we see no basis and which appears to be an attempt to intimidate those in the Prosecutor General's office most committed to combating corruption, as well as non-governmental partners and outspoken anti-corruption activists. So basically, what we have here is the U.S., we have assisted money to structure the prosecutor's office, Shady. And that actually is, there's no entanglement in other governments, according to our founding fathers. And this is as entangled as you could get, my friend.
Right.
So basically, they see no reason to investigate Soros AC for corruption. So we do not fund your investigation. So they don't fund the corruption investigation. But what they did was they helped set up the prosecutor's office so they could get rid of the good people and put in the bad people, set up for Hillary campaign headquarters in Kiev with that one chick with the eyebrows. What's her name?
That sounds similar to something like they've done with our system.
Yeah, it is, right? Rigged. It's rigged. They rigged their system to match our rigged system. And
exactly
the transcripts,
right. Very interesting.
And the transcripts, Shady, as we read the first transcripts, show that they want to unrig their system as well. They want to eliminate their swamp. And that's why it's a perfect phone call. We want to eliminate our swamp. They want to eliminate their swamp. And actually be countries
Our
again.
swamp wants to fight back. Their swamp wants to fight back.
Right. Did you see this?
Election. And the complaint that I've heard from taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election.
Oh.
And the complaint that I've heard from taxpayer
dollars. Anons, nothing gets past Anons. We actually did. We took this photo of the Anons, a brilliant Anons, took this, and we wanted to make sure it was a real fart, so they used that one camera that detects heat signatures. And there it is, Shady. Yeah, fact.
Taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election.
No, it did not.
That's so funny.
And here's Carpe.
I'm telling you, man, the hashtag Fartgate last night was hilarious.
Absolutely. And
here's trending.
Here's Carpe. Knocks it top keck, Carpe. Here. Now I can't play it. Hang on. Here we go.
Taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from Republicans all last week was that you don't have anyone who heard the
Oh my God. Sniffer. Now, I showed this actually to my friend last night, and you see him pause and not talk and like lift up a little bit and then just keep talking. I mean, this is hilarious, dude. I mean,
on live TV, Matrixx.
But I kind of feel bad for him, because he is part of the swamp, and the swamp has swamp ass now. Shady. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up.
They might have had it the whole time.
Also, I wanted to remind you guys of this article after Prince Andrew's testimonies. Virginia Roberts tells Prince Andrews to stop with the lame excuses. And Andrew, you're busted, my brother. You are.
No, he
busted.
says that's not him.
Oh, that's him.
Oh no, it's not him.
It's him.
And also he used to have some sort of disorder that prevented him from sweating.
Right. And
it's better now. So on the what was it, the Globe or something, they had your royal dryness.
Your royal dryness. Oh my God, dude.
That was the headline yesterday.
That is a riot. Oh my gosh. Also, I just want to remind everybody, basically he admitted to spying, Shady.
They put it right in front of us, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They tell us the truth sometimes, don't they?
The truth is sometimes said in jest, my friend.
Yes, sir.
And somebody had a really good meme. Here we go. I spy. I know.
I know.
Awesome. And let's see. We got that. And then here we are talking about the meeting with Jay Powell, Shady.
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and cover this?
At my meeting with Jay Powell this morning, I protested the fact that our Fed rate is set too high relative to the interest rates of other competitor countries. In fact, our rates should be lower than all others. We are the U.S. Too strong a dollar, hurting manufacturers and growth.
Wow.
We're setting them up like bowling pins, brother.
Yeah, I mean, on many different angles. This is truly 5D chess, Shady. I mean, we got the Democrats admitting crimes right there in front of you in the Star Chamber. Shady, remember how I want to just talk to you about this real quick because I thought it was kind of amazing. When we were talking about this, remember, how do I do this? How do I set this up? Shady, maybe you can help me. Okay. Also, here he is sweating in the newspaper. Anyways, let's see. I want to go to this. Hang on. Where is it? I wanted to go back to Devin Nunes last night. And remember when Devin Nunes talked about the Star Chamber, right? And it's like a cult down there. And so we did a little, research on the Looking Glass, right? And do you think he's talking about entering this stuff into the computer like Trump is? You see what I'm saying? They're entering their information in the top secret computer. Like, let's listen.
It was called the Star Chamber. down in the basement of the Capitol, armed guards, 2 doors, all the
Why does that happen? There we go. I'm sorry. Hang on.
top secret classified transcripts are being put into the top secret classified computer system. You can't make this up, which is, of course, they accuse Trump of putting these calls into the top secret computer system. So we're putting these depositions into the top secret computer system. And you sit back and you think about it. I mean, it's like a cult down there. And then you've got all these media freaks that are sitting just 100 feet outside, just waiting for every word. Then what happened over the last 6 weeks, they leak something out, and then they leak something out. And we kept coming out of there saying, like, look, we understand there's a policy disagreement. People in the State Department didn't like that the president had.
So, I was kind of thinking that might be something to do with, the Project Looking Glass stuff. Just maybe they're using it as well. I don't know. It just kind of hit me last night.
Well, there's a lot of different things that could be connected to that drop with Project Looking Glass. Seems like there's some programs that run on all of our computers that are subversion programs that are kind of piggybacked on regular Windows and a couple of other like iOS systems that may act as a little bit of a direct link instead of a just mass gathering
to the Looking Glass.
Who knows what they're using this stuff for, to be honest with you.
Right, and I want to go back to this. I actually watched this video last night with my buddy, who is a normie, and he thought it was very interesting, but I wanted to play the last bit of this. Let's see.
Aware of, no matter what, I would say it's the awakening process.
Aha, here.
Interesting.
Now, it's much, much easier for me to explain today what that process is as opposed to back then. But if I had to give it a name, I would say it's the awakening process.
The Great Awakening, Shady.
It's an evolution of consciousness that cannot, will not, and no matter what decisions or possibilities are injected into the equation, eventually it all resolves down to us all learning the truth and becoming aware of this massive dam of lies that has been built that keep us from knowing massive volume of information that we should otherwise possess.
Okay, well that's very, very monumental.
It's the Great Awakening, Shady, right?
From a person in your perspective.
This is part of the predictive. Part of the predictive programming, right? So what they're doing is they're trying to get the program to predict that they can prevent us from stepping into the Great Awakening. They're doing everything they can to stop this inevitable evolution of mankind, which, like, people have said 50 years ago, once we wake up and realize that there's a global elite, we'll quickly realize that they have no actual purpose. And
that's why I said, like, he says he's injecting this into consciousness, and that's why I'm like, are they using the supercomputer, quote unquote, maybe Project Looking Glass, to inject their stuff into their top secret computer? It just kind of hit me last night. I know it's just a theory. Let's continue with this real quick, Shady.
Who's had your background and your exposure. Is it your understanding that the notion that Looking Glass has been, that there are various looking glasses around the globe supposedly, that according to Dan Burish were shut down. Is it your understanding they're actually not shut down?
I believe that they're shut down because they are all saying the same thing, and they're completely useless at this point.
Is what you're saying.
Right.
Nothing can stop what's coming,
like
Shady.
The Wicked Witch, looking into the magic mirror and always getting the same answer. Well,
the mirror.
If you were always getting the exact opposite of the answer that you wanted, you'd stop talking to the mirror. And that's essentially what happened with Looking Glass. Is not only did they not want people to use it anymore because they knew it was just going to burp out the same thing, but at the same time they didn't want anybody else to know what it was saying. I'm sure. because
That they would lose control
because
of
that information was a monumental concern
For
when
the
I
deep
was in
state.
the military about how to prevent this inevitability. Now, at first, I thought it was end of the world. Now I see end of the world as end of their world.
Boom.
End of their world.
Boom, Shady.
Yep. That's very
My
compelling.
knowledge is the problem.
I'm so sorry.
My knowledge is the problem is
I'm trying to hit pause. Go ahead. Shady, you're on. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was saying that's very compelling, and I think everyone should pay attention to what he's saying there, considering the Q just dropped info about Looking Glass. This was their plan. They want the world destroyed. We've talked about this over and over. You know, their vision is a desolate wasteland, a Mad Max type environment, so that they can operate with impunity without law.
And what they found out with the Looking Glass is that it's going to all boil down into the time shift like a funnel. All the truth and all the lies, all the lies, all the damning lies that they've had are all going to be exposed, and it's going to be a great awakening, Shady. That's exactly. So they're not using it anymore. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal what Q has dropped, and it is a deep rabbit hole. But I thought that gentleman's, explanation there at the end was very Q-esque, my friend.
Yeah, he's been around. He's done quite a number of interviews. He's really interesting to listen to.
So he was saying basically it's the Great Awakening. It's using a mirror, and if the deep state doesn't like what they see in the mirror because it's the end of them, they're not going to use it anymore. But maybe we're using it, the white hats, guys, because we know that it's a great awakening. We know that we're going to increase into a higher level of consciousness. All the truth is going to come out, and all the lies and the liars are going to be gone, Shady, and exposed.
Worldwide. Because it's a worldwide control mechanism, and it's the same thing, and it's actually run off of your backs. Your taxpayer money here has been used to try to destroy the world.
That's right. That's right. So I thought that was very, very interesting. I just wanted to, kind of cruise back to that, and just Hong Kong, we're with you. Save us.
They're getting them over there, bud. Jeez Louise.
Another shooting at a Walmart. Believe it or not, we talked about that yesterday. We talked about that. This is very interesting. Kiwi Patriot did a dig on this right here. This what is it, hoaxy, okay? And how they're actually using it to censor us. I'm going to go ahead and just play this, and maybe we can discuss it and pause it, because it kind of goes fast, Shady, but I'd like you to take a look at what our mod, Kiwi Patriot, dug up on hoaxy, okay? Let's go to actual video. So meet Johan Bolin. That is Johan Bolin. He's the creator of Hoaxy. He presently works as an associate professor at the Indiana High School University of Informatics of Indiana University Bloomington, and a fellow at the Sparks Institute of Wagenarian. I can't even say it. University. Let me just back it up one more time. Wageningen University and Research Center in the Netherlands. Das goed.
You did better than I did on that.
Right? He is best known for his help in the creation of an algorithm that predicted the stock market based on nothing more than the Twitter mood, guys. Here's a Twitter feed. You got the mood. You got the opinion finder, the DGIA, the stock market daily. So basically, they can use Twitter like pump and dump scams, dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever done, pink sheets, but they had this board, and they would say all this grandiose information, pump it up, and then they would, cut it down, sell it at the highs, buy low, sell high, but they did it with algorithms and hoaxes, right?
Interesting.
So after the stock market crashed in 2008, he analyzed nearly 10 million tweets, only to find that when panic rose on Twitter, the Dow would drop for 3 or 4 days later.
Huh.
This is the tech that they're using to censor us, guys. Since the creation of his algorithm, campaigns like Data Miner help surface rumors. They arise on social media. Let me just go back because it went a little too fast for me. Since the creation of his algorithm, companies like Data Miner help surface rumors as they arise on social media, which then drive investors' plans. His algorithm has even helped Soros to sell the idea that putting Brexit into effect would crash the stock market. His algorithm, has helped that guy. Ugh. Boland's work with data mining info retrieval has landed him grants from DARPA, the Library of Congress, and even NASA. So this is a little snippet of how the CIA uses social media to track how people feel. The Associated Press reports that CIA maintains a social media tracking center operated out of a nondescript building in Virginia Industrial Park. The intelligence analysts at the agency's open source center, who are other agents referred to as vengeful librarians, are tasked with sifting through millions of tweets, Facebook messages, online chat logs, and other public data on the World Wide Web to glean insights into the collective moods of regions or groups abroad. According to the AP, these librarians are tracking up to 5 million tweets a day from places like China, Pakistan, Egypt. So in the past few years, sentiment and mood analysis has become mainstay in the defense and intelligence communities. Last October, an Electronic Frontier Foundation lawsuit revealed how the Department of Homeland Security has carefully monitored a variety of public online sources, from social networks to highly popular blogs like The Daily Cause, for years, alleging that leading up to President Obama's January 2009 inauguration, Department of Homeland Security established a social networking monitoring center, SNMC, to monitor social networking sites for items of interest. In August, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, invited analysis to submit proposals on the research applications of social media to strategic communication. DARPA planned on shelling out $42 million in funding for meme trackers to develop innovative approaches that enable revolutionary advances in science, devices, or schemes. Pretty interesting, huh, Shady? You have little control over the composition of a sample, Boland explained. Regular surveys are conducted with only 1,000 people, but those samples are carefully balanced to provide an accurate cross-section of a given society. This is much more difficult to do in these online environments. Sure, the samples are huge. There are 750 million people on Facebook, but no matter how you look at it, it is still possible that sample could still be biased. It requires someone to own a computer, to be on Facebook, to even use Facebook, and there are all kinds of bias built into these samples that are difficult to control for. So Boland and his team have received massive amounts of funding to help develop new programs to target conservative patriot voices under the guise of misinformation. AKA truth, Shady. So here it is. This is a United States patent. This is the International Business Machines, or IBM, in Armonk, New York. It's targeting effective communications within communities. It's a United States patent, Gibbs et al. Patent number 10,412,038 B2, September 10th, 2019, Shady. Also, if you look at the underline, it's The received messages is optimized to most effectively target the message to the online social community and to solicit a desired response from the community based on the community's communications. So the optimized messages that can be forwarded online social community. I mean, this is kind of wild, isn't it?
Did you see the date on that patent?
Yeah, September 10th, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple days ago.
Yeah, like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Wait, what is it?
November 20th, 19th.
Yeah. So
literally 2 months ago.
Literally 2 months ago, guys. Good dig, Kiwi. So here's the abstract, right? This is what I kind of said. This is the abstract that is in there. This is the part. The received messages is optimized to most effectively target the message to online social community to solicit a desired response from community based on the community communications fingerprint and reshare the fingerprint of the influencer. The optimized message can then be forwarded to the online social community. So basically, this is like a faux looking glass.
Yeah, like a dramatization.
Yeah.
A recreation.
So there you go. Shut up. No pro-life apps, nothing. Amazon, shut up. Google, shut up. Twitter, Facebook, shut up. And that's from one of our Q Army members. That is Kiwi Patriot. Thank you, Kiwi. Wow.
Yeah, I was actually playing with that just a little bit while you were playing that, and I typed in Biden Burisma to that, and that is an interesting graph.
All right, here we go.
You want me to drop you that link?
This is Hoaxy, right?
Yeah.
So if I just go to Hoaxy, you can see the screen, right?
Okay, yeah. And just type Biden Burisma.
And how do you spell Burisma again?
Burisma.
Okay.
And then hit recent.
And then hit recent?
Yeah, and search. Let's see if this looks anything like mine does. I found this interesting because it sure does. Look at where it puts Gorka.
Right in the middle of it.
Well, yeah, but also kind of like, interesting.
Yeah.
Because all the mainstream news is in the right, in those little blue top right.
Yeah.
Mainstream news is there.
Look at, there they are, all up there. See that?
That's mainstream news compared to Gorka.
Wow. And here's Gorka. So Gorka's getting a lot more views than these tweets.
Or maybe it's just because he's actually talking about it, whatever. But that's interesting. That's Tracy Beans right off the top.
There she is.
Just a little plug that in real quick, just to show a little sample of how this thing works.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because this is current news, or it's supposed to be news, but they're pretending like it's not news. Nobody on the Democrat side in the hearing today cares about Burisma, by the way.
No, they don't. These so-called Ukraine experts have no idea about Biden and Burisma.
No, they don't have any idea. But they're there to pinpoint and help rout out corruption.
Here's impeachment.
Oh, interesting. Who's that? Who's Kathy Duke 50?
I have no idea.
See, so very interesting the way these little nodules are.
I'm just trying to find out.
Because you would kind of just think that stuff is emanating from the news sources.
But you see how we have, we're all put into little chambers.
Silo.
Yeah. Here's CNN over here.
Because it's interesting, like all the people that are in Gorka's pattern, they're not connecting outside there. Only a few of them are connecting over to the news.
Right.
Almost nothing is getting from Gorka to the mainstream news.
Exactly right. There's real Donald Trump. Look at.
Oh, there's Pelosi in here.
There's Trump. Look at that.
Oh, you see Trump?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, okay. Pelosi is. Oh, you're in a different one, right? You're on impeachment. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on impeachment now. Wow.
Yeah, I just found him in this other one too about Biden and Breitbart. There's Breitbart. Breitbart's getting more attention. This is interesting.
Very interesting, guys. If you guys
There's a lot of Russian bots.
Da.
Da beep bop boop.
Da bop boop beep boop bop. How about QAnon? QANON. Oops.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that one. That's what these guys want to see.
QAnon. Oops. Excuse me.
Don't import the data.
I'm sorry, Hoaxy. This is all a hoaxy.
It's a hoaxy.
QANON and then recent and search. Oh. Red state. Look at red state.
Look at what you're seeing here, though. No connections.
No connections.
Wow.
Jim Jordan. Rep Swallowwell. Oh, sorry about that.
Rips one good.
Rep Swamp Ass. Oh, God. Look at that, guys. Interdasting.
Whoa, that creates a pretty... Considering how much of us are moving information around, look at that, how sparse and disconnected that seems.
Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to see if I can find anybody that we know. We're probably red, you know, because we're bot-like. Very interesting.
Yeah, the red ones are the bots.
Who's over here? See, everybody's in little silos. You see that?
Everybody's in their own area.
We're all
not connected.
That's censorship, guys.
Yes, it is.
Let's try QARMY. Q Army. Aw. DC Clothesline. That's interesting. How about Digital Soldiers? Oops. Let me spell that correctly.
There's so many people tweeting about this, and look how small that looks.
I know. There's Digital Soldiers. There they are. Look at that.
There's double silo. We only talked to the other silo.
Right. That's very interesting. So their tools are showing the censorship, guys.
They're actually showing that we're not in a network like what you would normally see even with the Seb Gorka thing. That looked like a network.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a network.
No.
This looks like a concentration camp.
It does. Looks like Twitmo.
Twitmo. I'm in Twitmo.
We're all in Twitmo.
Rescue me.
Wow. And then who are they coming to see? Open Secrets DC is in the middle here. Who's in the middle here? Jesse F. Ferguson. Interesting, guys. Wow. We are digital soldiers, folks. But this is interesting to play with. Play with it if you want. The mods will drop the link in there for you. I'm going to just copy this link to tweet and
it's mesmerizing to watch this.
It is. I mean, I could play with that all day. Just pump in our different things. But there is, here's us, guys. Look at our network.
All together.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if... So we did that at POTUS. POTUS is what we did. Let's look at POTUS. Let's see what it looks like today. Mark Levin show. Look at here.
Wow.
Look at the people over here.
Look at this.
Yeah.
There's no information.
No.
They're not sending his tweets anywhere.
No.
Only people that are seeing his tweets are like this silo here.
And that's recent. Okay, I see. Interesting.
It's current, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, does that look like a network? This is
No.
POTUS, dude.
This is our president of the United States. How about Donald Trump? Huh. Isn't that just odd?
So that's the most important man in the free world?
Yep. You just got a text message. I love that.
Sorry.
No, I love it. I love it. But that's very, very interesting, guys. I just want you guys to just play around with that, check it out, see what you guys come up with. We've got Q post today. That's very amazing, Shady. What else you want to cover today? I mean,
we should talk about Hong Kong for a second.
Yes, please. Let's do that.
And I think you tweeted that video. Did you tweet that video yesterday of them loading them up?
I did.
Maybe scroll up there and show the audience this.
Yep. Oh, this is also very awesome too. Princess Gabby, Gabby Rocks 97, GABIROCKS 97 found this video, guys, called Ukraine on Fire, 2014. Also shows you some very interesting evidence, guys. So if you want to check that out, check that out. What's this here? This is part of. Let's just watch part of this video before we get to Hong Kong.
Phone call where you have these two senior officials of the U.S. government apparently talking about a coup or how they were planning to restructure the government of Ukraine.
Сценарий захвата власти и государственного переворота.
We saw in the 1980s, the Central Intelligence Agency had been largely discredited because of scandals that had been exposed in the 1970s. They still want to get rid of certain governments. They wanted regime change in Syria, for instance, regime change in Iran. And they have a lot of allies now inside the news media, inside the government, and that means that they can do a lot to control the narrative, and it works with the American people.
Wow.
NATO has expanded into 30.
So we just backed that up with Glenn Beck's phone call. That's all backed up now, guys. This is all fact. Oh, also, this is the president. This is an X-ray. His X-ray image, guys. Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, he looks pretty strong.
Yep, looks strong. Doesn't look like kryptonite can affect him. Which is the BS impeachment, guys. Oh, Shady, this is good. They're looking for new evidence. It's impeachable. I hope that's not Swalwell.
Well, I think one of them might have been Swalwell, or they were trying to figure out if that was Swalwell. I had a Q person send me a DM this morning saying that they put this meme on Facebook and got a 30-day suspension for sexually explicit content.
Oh my God! But look at the secrets are in the symbols. Look at his tattoo there, Shady. I'm just kidding. This is good. You want to talk about this? Kash Patel?
Yes.
And then we'll get up to the other stuff. So this is a praying medic. Kash Yap Patel, name to remember. When was that done? 6/12/18, Shady.
Yes. And very interesting because this is going to be this is them going after Politico, $25 million lawsuit for leaking and cooperating with Adam Schiff.
Huh.
Here is the, I could drop this article to you real quick. I've got right here, if you wanted to just peruse it.
Absolutely. I mean, we're actually, these are actually facts, guys.
No, not facts.
No?
No, the mainstream media doesn't think these are facts. They don't even understand what we're looking at.
We are the news now, guys. You guys out there are the news. And guys, who is Kash Yap Patel? Kash Yap Patel is reportedly the brains behind crafting the memo which alleges the FBI of doing its job honestly and investigating the case against Donald Trump by harboring political bias.
Yes, sir.
So, he is a senior counsel for the counterterrorism of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence and staffer with Representative Devin Nunes, chairman of the Intelligence Committee. Patel came under the spotlight for the first time when he traveled to London along with other staffers in search of Christopher Steele. Q-Post with London, Shady. Authors of the controversial dossier. Patel, 37, grew up in New York and graduated from Richmond University of Richmond in 2002. He earned a certificate in international law with the University College London Faculty of Laws and graduated from Pace University's Law School in 2005. So this House Intelligence Committee released the memo based on classified information that alleges the FBI abused U.S. government surveillance powers in its investigation to Russian election interference. Shady.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. I got some breaking news too I wanted to tell people.
Break it.
Christopher Steele did not write the dossier.
Oh my gosh, Shady. Where do you come up? How did we come up with this? Boom.
The DNC wrote it.
I mean, it's almost getting laughable, guys. It really is. It's
beyond laughable at this point.
I'm just getting to the point where I just can't anymore.
Here's another story that we could maybe touch on real quick. This is actually an NBC story. If you want to talk about this,
WNPC.
WNPC.
Oh yeah, this is good. So nothing to see here, Shady.
Nope.
Nearly
400 children rescued and 348 adults arrested in Canadian child pornography bust. And this was not just about child pornography. I know they're saying it's child pornography, but they were trafficking these kids.
Toronto Police Service Sex Crimes Unit announced hundreds of arrests in a global child exploitation investigation. And it's called, guess what, Shady? Project Spade.
Project Spade. And there was, I think it said 160 Americans or something.
Kate who?
Kate Spade.
Huh. And that wants me to, I want to go look at Spade now.
Oh, that NBC article doesn't say it. But the other article I read said that there was 130 or 140 Americans involved in this. Police seized 45 terabytes and $4 million of businesses distributed to 50 countries, including Australia, Spain, Mexico, Sweden, and Greece. Investigating those 50 people arrested in Ontario, 58 in Canada, 76 in the U.S., and 164 internationally.
I think Kate Spade was in the Think Spade. I can't find it in the Q drops, but that's interesting, Shady.
I think they referred to her as something else in the Q drops, because remember we were talking about the pictures of her husband,
right,
wearing Mickey Mouse mask and stuff.
Right. I also want to show you this too. This is Tampa Bay area. How many arrests, Shady?
Looks like 100.
In Hillsborough, that's Tampa Bay area, is one of the top destinations in the country for human trafficking. And the problem continues to grow, authorities say. You see how they say that? But yet
Yes.
we arrested 100 of them.
But it's still growing.
Still growing. Operation Trade Secrets, too, is what this one is called.
We didn't see any type of activity like this towards human smuggling, trafficking, slavery. We didn't see anything like this for the last 25 years. No arrests, nothing. No, all this nasty stuff on the deep web. Nobody can find these people.
Yeah.
I think we're finding them.
We're finding them, guys. And you guys think nothing's being done? Ha! I have news for you guys. We just showed you 2 articles that shows you 448 arrests.
We're going to have to start letting the pot smokers out of jail so we have room for the real offenders.
That's right. I agree with that, actually. So, here's the human trafficking arrest. This was, as of 9/1/18. Look at the difference here, Shady. They thought she would never
There's a new graph
lose.
that's going to go in for this year. Probably before the end of the year is going to top that.
Yeah, I think so too, brother.
I just like seeing something being done, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It was like we've been watching this stuff happen for a few decades, and then we're seeing all these random people. I mean, Roger Stone's going to go to jail for 50 years for telling a fib to Congress.
That's right. And that's it right there. Staggering. 100 people. That's not counting victims. 100 perps. Nothing's happening, Snig says. Look at that.
I think there's big happenings.
There's huge happenings, dude. Huge.
Happening.
Happenings. Let's look at this. This is 1 week after the President Donald J. Trump took office. This is January 2017. Talking about the Plan Q. Coup of the radical left Democrats. They're going to suffer in the polls, Shady. I do agree with that. Let's listen to this.
To defend the integrity of the office of the president. That is, we cannot allow the left, because they disagree with him, to conduct a coup. And that's what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about, Shady.
When you're talking about impeachment, when you have no basis for impeachment, that the man has really, what has he got, a week or 2 in office? And they're plotting impeachment, and they're plotting criminal prosecutions, and they're plotting scandals and all the rest. That is a coup effort.
Want to see more? Sign up for Levin TV.
So that's good, Shady. And then staying on that.
Yeah, so let's remember that this is the man running the impeachment inquiry.
Bombshell. Feds investigating who?
AS.
For disturbing behavior at Ed Buck's house. This is kind of odd. There's Ed Buck.
Who is currently not being given bail.
Right.
And has had verified 2 black males, teenagers or younger black males, die in his home of drug overdoses in the last year and a half.
Right.
Hanging with Adam Schiff.
Yeah.
And he's a big old donor, too.
Yep, and he's visited Ed Buck's drug house several times, a Clinton whistleblower said. Buck is a high-profile millionaire, Democrat benefactor, who has contributed and bundled large amounts of cash to the Democrats, including Schiff, Hillary, Barack, Camilla, and the list goes on and on. Buck was arrested last month after a nearly dead man escaped from Buck's home, and after Buck allegedly plied him with methamphetamines, guys. Larry
would assume
Nichols,
that
who is
means
actually
supply.
amazing. If you guys know who Larry Nichols is, Larry Nichols used to help the Clintons get. He helped them get elected in Arkansas and
Yes, he
the
did.
presidency. And he actually said, you know what, no more, because he had a 14-year-old daughter at the time, who he's going, wow. So the Clintons are allowing all this cocaine to come into Mena Air Force Base, and I got a 14-year-old daughter. I don't think so. And he quit. That's basically who Larry Nichols is. So very, very interesting. He's also talked about how Hillary, he's had to cover for Hillary going to California to participate in occult rituals and stuff.
Yes.
Witchcraft. So that's very interesting, Shady.
And
Very.
speaking of Hillary, I got a little article about Hillary here for you real quick before we start to wrap up.
Here we go. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the plane with Hillary Clinton aboard grounded at
LaGuardia.
LGA, yeah, after a mechanical issue.
On November what?
Qth. November Qth.
So many coinky dinks.
Nothing to see here, Shady.
Just little coinky dinks.
Yeah, that's amazing. So this is it. Basically, there was a mechanical issue at about 3:15 on American Airlines, flight 2144 to Washington, D.C.'s Whale Airport. Whale, Shady, that's my airport. Yeah, there we go. I got lots of impressions, guys.
He's so good.
They'll come out. Yesterday I did, what did I do? Ricky Ricardo. I didn't even realize I did Ricky Ricardo until I listened to the broadcast, Shady.
I was wondering if that was pre-planned.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do. I did. Oh my God.
I think I said it and prompted you.
And apparently that's one of those looking glass erasures. They erased it. So there was metal debris that was later discovered in the area where the mechanical issue took place. So just very interesting. There was
that just seems like an odd story. I know it's a New York Post story or whatever, but
page 6. It's not page 6 though.
Something about that doesn't hang together, as Mr. Barr would say.
Right. 4 witnesses who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. We were messing around. Let's take a look at this.
Don't tell me no lies that Epstein didn't kill himself.
Here we are at the impeachment hearings. There they are. Oh, well, look at. Oh, who are they interviewing there? Shady, is that the whistleblower?
It's a bust.
It's a bust. It is a bust. I mean, hey.
Excuse me, the statue won't talk.
This is a bust. This totally is a bust. I love it. This is a good meme.
It is a really good meme.
Meme it up, guys. This is Trump impeachment hearings live stream. Watch day 3 of public testimony. It's a bust. Love it. Vindman was absolutely ridiculous. The whole thing is absolutely ridiculous, Shady.
Yes, it is. But there's some piece of me that tells me that we are strategically goading them into it.
Well, Shady, let's go back to this right here. Let me see.
Some anon dropper.
Yeah, some anon
somewhere
LARP.
might have given me the clue.
LARP, 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 LARPity, LARP, 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 LARP. I want to just
basement
say,
poster.
Basement, 16-year-old, 6 o'clock can be dangerous.
Tell you what, that 16-year-old's got mad skills.
Mad skills with a Z. Thank you, Q. We're very. I'm trying. Why isn't it showing here? Where's the post? Was it before this? Yeah, it was probably before this. Was it? It was on 11/11. Yep, here we go. There's Project Looking Glass. See. Basically, Q is saying that right here, educate and inform the whole mass of people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. And so what you're witnessing, Shady, in my opinion, and people out there on YouTube, is this farce is kind of getting the information out to the whole mass of the people.
Sure is, organically, right?
Organically.
I mean, without, the president isn't going out there and writing it on the,
No, and it's not coming from just the president. It's the Democrats making themselves look like absolute fools. So I think that's a boom, guys.
And I don't know if I could find it because it might be hard to find, but Q did make the drop about your history books.
Yes.
go back 10 years, 60 years, 40 years, and look at the way they changed it. Why would they change it? It's directly related to the quote you just read from Thomas Jefferson. If you're uneducated, then you're going to not understand your system of government. You're going to not understand what's going on.
Let me go to this other Q Post site. Hang on one second.
I'm looking for it, the one I'm talking
so
about.
one for the history books. Nothing can stop what's coming. History books, guys. You're a part of history. Future will prove past. History books, justice. Enjoy the show. I know it was well before this. Here's Alex Jones. The world is now united. History books. Fake news suppression creates false reality. This movement is bigger than you can imagine. Silent majority, no more. Autists, we thank you. Patriots, we thank you. We came here for a reason. Freedom of information. No filters. History books. Be proud. Together. Where we go one, we go all.
Yeah, 1252.
Go in there now, my brother.
And it's got a nice little picture at the top of kissing fairies.
Oh. Robert Byrd, KKK member. Here it is, the quick history lesson, right? 13th Amendment, abolished slavery, 100% Republican support, 23% Democratic support. 14th Amendment gave citizenship to free slaves. 94% Republican support, 0 Democrat. 15th Amendment, right to vote for all, 100% Republican, 0% Democrat. All right, Shady, you want to read that?
It's time to learn the truth. Why are the Dems inspiring activist groups to remove history regarding slavery? Why are history books painting a different picture than before? Why are teachers following a new false script? Republicans are racists. Learn the term projection. Why are they threatened? Mainstream media has you brainwashed. They want you controlled. They want you enslaved. They want you divided. They want you dependent. What has the Dem Party done for the black population? What has the Republican Party done for the black population?
Jobs.
What has POTUS done in a year? What is the net worth of the black leaders today? Why does Pelosi mention Martin Luther King 74% of the time during weekly addresses? Martin Luther King was a conservative. Learn the truth. Reread drops regarding a slave grip of the black population. Why do we look at skin color, division? It's time to unite and fight for our freedom. Together we are strong. Apart we are weak. Patriots have no skin color. Q. Just wanted to step back just for a second so people could understand that we are talking about them removing our history.
Yes.
And creating a narrative to paint a picture that instills a mindset to change capitalism to socialism. It's not really that people are attracted to socialism. They're just trying to change something. They don't care where it goes. They just want to change.
Democrats haven't been this mad at Republicans since the Republicans freed the slaves, guys.
This is what we're talking about, the Great Awakening. The truth unites us, Matrixxx. The truth unites all of us. Every single human being on planet Earth becomes united by the truth. The lies divide us.
Yeah. Very interesting, guys.
If everybody had access to all the accurate information, no one would be at anyone's throat.
I mean, look at this. The biggest scandal in our known history. A new word for treason will need to be invented.
I can't wait to find out what that word is.
I know. Wow. So I'm just kind of just perusing through history. Here we go. Remember her history. Oh, this is RBG. She loves little kids, apparently. One for the history books. I'm trying to find the one about read the history books. There's a nice meme. Whose meme is that?
That's the one I was actually looking for, but that other one struck me as close.
Absolutely.
But I wonder if it didn't say history books. Maybe it said school books or something. Maybe it didn't actually say history.
History is being made. You are saviors of mankind. Nothing will stop what is coming. Nothing. Q. Look at this. Here we go. This is another one. It is time to unite and fight for our freedom. Together we are strong. Apart we are weak. Patriots have no skin color. Q. History was taught with pride and respect. Oh, I love that post right there. I'm gonna just. I think it was before all this, guys. So just stay tuned.
I do too.
But if you look at all the history ones, it's very interesting to see it, guys. Those who ignore history, that history includes with all the hidden truth, are doomed to repeat it, guys. Ask yourself who is trying to start a war. Ask yourself if a missile was launched by rogue actors, what would be the purpose? Wow, that's when there was a missile launched at Air Force One on his way over to the North Korea-Singapore meeting, right? Oh, here we go. Right here. Q post 1957.
There it is.
1957, Shady.
Good Lord. Why did that not come up in this search? Weird. But yes, that's the one I was referring to.
So it goes like this. It's always been out in the open. You just have to look. We must stay together. Together you are strong. Symbolism equals the end. So there's nothing new under the sun, guys. The truth has always been there, out in the open. It's always been there. You just have to look. Not
Correct.
turning on the TV channel, guys. Not watching MSNBC. Not watching CNN. Not even the newspapers anymore, guys. You have to look.
Yes. Your mind has to go and find the information for your own mind.
Right. So buy a history book published 20 years ago. Buy a history book published 10 years ago. Buy a history book published this year. Compare. Focus on World War I and World War II. Something alarming will be discovered. Q.
They are erasing your history.
I think it's all still about Russia, Russia, Russia. Like Russia 20 years ago, Russia 10 years ago, and Russia today.
Yeah. Big old boogeyman.
Yeah, and they're doing something with World War I and II. I haven't bought those history books. If anybody's done that dig, please let us know. I think that'd be an amazing thing to look at. Now let's go into I wanted to show you this. This is actually very good. Listen.
Mr. President, I just want to say thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. As you promised, you put in the country first. You're putting your life on the line for the rest. The greatest country in the world, America first. You're a godsend. And I'm sorry to see you go do this. Impeach for what? We got your back and we know this. They call us so perfect, the fake news so clueless. We the people, we the voters. That's when Nancy Pelosi's nervous. The party of hoaxes. They lost the last one, now they're trying to steal the next one. But we know this.
I thought that was awesome.
That's really good. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's Damian Imani at Damon Imani, DAMONIMANI on Twitter, guys. Here's another one. Chuck. This is the new Twitter policy in 16 seconds.
I do not know the identity of the whistleblower,
Real.
and I'm determined to make sure that identity is protected. I do not know
Fake.
the identity of the whistleblower, and I'm determined to make sure that identity is protected.
He keeps whistling accidentally, doesn't he?
I gotta watch that again.
He swallowed the whistle.
I do not know the identity of the whistleblower, and I'm determined to make sure that identity is protected. I do not know the identity of the whistleblower, and I'm determined to make sure that identity is protected.
Also, let's make sure that we understand that James Comey had 5 folders labeled as child crimes regarding Hillary investigation. Not 5 child sex crimes here. 5 folders of child sex crimes found on Anthony Weiner's laptop, guys. It's crime against children, folks. That's an IG report, an official IG report, page 294, folks.
Did we? I'm not sure. Did we mention yesterday that we got a scheduled date for Horowitz?
No.
Yeah, we have. Horowitz is going to be testifying on December 11th.
Ooh, December 11th.
So we know that before the 11th, we get the IG report.
Wow.
In front of the Senate, in front of the people.
Wow, wow, wow.
So that's going to be a popcorn day.
That is a popcorn day. Let me go down. I got to find my Hong Kong ones because they were very good. I think I did.
Oh yeah, I wanted to highlight this about Hong Kong.
So yeah, we're gonna slip over to Hong Kong here, guys, real quick. Here, look at this first. Dear world, the CCP will infiltrate your government. Chinese enterprises money interferes with your political stance. China will harvest your home like Xinjiang. Be aware or be next.
I'm pretty sure that was on the wall at the university where the students are still holed up. They're only down to a couple hundred now in the university, man.
Yes, this is from the university. Look at this, guys. This is warning, tear smoke. This is,
and they were let's see the video.
You
yeah, you got the video here. This is the people that they are getting, that are giving up out of the university.
These are students, folks.
Or you surrender, you get put in shackles and put on a train.
So this is what people that argue against us want.
Yes, it is.
And that they want you to be those people.
That's what they were building in America. That's what these FEMA camps were for.
That's right.
No one's going to see their children again, Matrixxx. These people are going to be gone.
No, and this is why I am for President Donald J. Trump. Press 45 to make sure we keep this republic, folks. Or actually,
we do not want socialism, bro.
Probably get it for the first time, my friend. You know? I mean, I don't think we've ever had this country, folks.
Nope, I don't think we've ever had true freedom, and I think that's part of what the gentleman was speaking of earlier, the Great Awakening, is that true freedom. We slough off the unnecessary parasite.
So here's 2,110 TST Hong Kong citizens on their way to save the children who are trapped in the Polytech University.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, they're down to like less than 100 or 150 or so in the university. They got them surrounded, too.
Look at this. These are citizens. And you know what? They have no guns, folks.
Nope. Nobody has a gun.
History is repeating. Look at what they're... Oh, my God. Look at that. History is repeating itself. Popo. And a citizen. Tiananmen Square, guys.
The foreign minister just made an announcement late yesterday that it was time to start using live ammo.
This is Tiananmen Square. History repeating itself.
But we have to admit, you know, it's events like this that wake the world up. It's going to wake people up. You know, recognize... Guys, I hate to say it, you go to the Dollar General, you go to the Walmart, you're buying from this government.
See, what's going to happen is your pussy hat is going to fall off. There's going to be a gun right to your forehead. Do you understand this, folks?
This is not a joke.
Please.
We will not.
Do not give up on us. Oh, my God, Shady.
I know, man. But that freedom does come with... Freedom's dirty.
Listen to the urgent outcry. Let's hear.
International audience from all over the world. Thank you for paying attention to what's happening in Hong Kong, especially what's happening in Hong Kong Polytechnic University right now. We are students who are protecting our campus, and the police are surrounding us and doing all those kind of violent measures to arrest us or to make sure that we can't get out of the campus anymore. We have no water supply, no food supply, and we just knew that our energy supply were being cut off as well. And there's no way out. The police are outside firing tear gas, rubber bullets, and maybe live rounds towards us when we have barely nothing to protect ourselves.
No Second Amendment, folks.
All we have is only our face masks, goggles, and umbrellas. That's all we have right now. That's all we have left. So please do help us and do whatever you can to help us to get through this challenge. And yeah, there's no way out for us. We really need your help in order to get out of this campus and try to avoid any brutal consequences that we are facing right now. Thank you.
Wow. Good Lord, that's hard to watch, brother.
That's really hard to watch. It's like my daughter, right? It's like our kids, guys. This is 9 hours ago.
Yeah, and she's saying, she's saying there's no way out. Like they will be put on the train if they're caught.
Right. Right.
And they will be considered guilty for just being there.
Yes.
Without trial or due process. So, Godspeed, Hong Kong.
Yes. Godspeed, Hong Kong.
We are sorry that the West decided to no longer protect you from China.
Yep. We'll see what happens, guys. I know our president had, and we saw Pompeo talk about it yesterday. So, prayers and support to all of you out there. That's hard to watch, Shady. That's hard to watch.
Yes, it is, buddy. It's really hard to watch.
All right, so that was kind of a down.
Because you think about the idea if that was your child, don't you?
Exactly. That's what
and your child begging for freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. Also,
the voice.
Also, want to remind you guys, we're gonna go out with this. This is JT Wild, Digital Soldiers. We got to keep fighting, guys. This is why we're here, guys. Go buy it. YouTube.
This was irregular
iTunes.
warfare
Go.
at its finest. We have an army of digital soldiers.
And blood, praying for an answer to the Lord up above. How can just one man be the shelter from the storm, knowing that the real war has only just begun? The storm is getting closer. We are the digital soldiers. It's time they run for cover. We are the digital soldiers. Will be redeemed. The sacrifice they make won't be in vain. The fight for freedom is all that remains. We're gonna tell the people's story and make it right again. The storm is getting closer. We are the digital soldiers. The needless wars are over. We are the digital soldiers. We will bring the light to this field of fight. We have been blinded by the lies. We've been living to survive. They will steal and make you pay. When will we walk away? They want you dead before your time. They want you watching while you die. Just live to fight another day. It's time to walk away. The storm is
Getting closer. We are the digital soldiers.
needless wars are over. We are the digital soldiers. The storm is getting closer. We are
Who are we,
the
guys?
digital soldiers.
Who are we?
We are the digital soldiers. We are the digital soldiers. We will bring the fight. Digital soldiers. Yes, we will bring the light to this field of fight. We are the digital soldiers.
Boom. JT Wild, Digital Soldiers. Here he goes. Thank you, JT Wild. Wow. I think we needed that, because I think what we needed to understand there, Shady, is, we just saw some pretty horrific things right there in the Hong Kong mess. And if we don't fight, Shady,
we lose.
We lose.
And together, we win.
Together we win. Absolutely right. And let's go ahead and check out Real Donald Trump really quick. Let's just see what we got going before we leave. Oh my gosh, here we go. Let's watch this.
This impeachment is a charade. Just 10 days after President Trump was inaugurated, the whistleblower's lawyer Mark Zaid wrote that the coup has started and impeachment will follow. That's right. The whistleblower's own lawyer wrote the coup has started and impeachment will follow. They promised a coup, and now they're trying to carry it out. The Democrats are trying to overthrow President Trump, undo the 2016 election, and silence our voices. Don't let them.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm Jeffrey Peterson in the Matrixx, and I approve it too, Shady.
They're giving him some ammo.
Wow. This is real Donald Trump took office. House Democrats have ignored working Americans to force only their real agenda item, impeachment. Meanwhile, a country created $11 trillion in worth. Let's check this.
I saw this morning it was just announced that NASDAQ for just this year is up 27%. And to me, I don't view it as 27%. I view it as jobs. It's just jobs, very simple. The overall stock market is through the roof from the time of the election. Probably, I guess it's going to be bordering really on 70% from the time of the election. That's something that nobody would have thought possible. And they announced another number this morning that was a number that was very warm to my heart. Since the election, we've created $11 trillion in worth. Now, China's gone down by double that number, and we've gone up by $11 trillion. So when whoever it was that was going to be president, they said within 2 years China would overtake the United States as the world's largest economy. We're so far ahead of them right now,
Boom.
It's not even close. And if you have smart people in this position, they'll never catch us.
Oh my God, Shady.
Wow.
And we need to go ahead. I think we need to, hang on. I think we need to read this post, Shady. Hang on one second. Let me get it, because this is absolutely insane. Okay, Shady. Are you awake? MSM propaganda tool of the D Party, Shady. Why don't you take it from here?
POTUS economy, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS job creating record, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS GDP, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS fair trade, protect America, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS manufacturing, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS record low unemployment, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS tax reform, more take-home money, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS save the world from North Korea, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS stock market gains, not good enough. Impeach.
27%, Shady, for the year.
POTUS undo harmful regulations, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS boost U.S. energy dominance, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS protect U.S. homeland, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS combating opioids, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS accountability, audit the Pentagon, SC, reorganize executive branch, etc. Not good enough. Impeach. POTUS protecting life, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS helping veterans, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS peace through strength, not good enough. Impeach. POTUS restore confidence, respect of U.S., not good enough. Impeach.
All while under constant contact. Wow.
Under constant attack. Wow. Do you not believe in the truth that's spreading? Do you not believe they are losing their slave grip hold? Do you not believe we are winning? The silent majority is no more. Fight, fight, fight. Where we go one, we go all. What a wonderful day. Q.
Winning, Shady. Winning. Well done.
And this poll right here was posted by Q a while back, but there was just another poll recently done that says this number has ticked up to 76% of Americans believe that the media is lying to them and that the impeachment is fake.
Wow.
But he's only got a 50% approval rating according to every mainstream Rasmussen and every other debacled up clown poll out there.
Not good enough, Shady.
Yep, not good enough. You're going to have to impeach him.
Here it is.
We overlooked a lot.
Oh my gosh! And here's
under Obama, Bush, and Clinton.
Overlooked. We were brainwashed, bro. You saw it. I saw it. But we're still being brainwashed. But we're no more, guys. This is an important reminder, Shady. from Rep. Stefanik. The president sets U.S. foreign policy, not unelected staff.
Okay. But I was struck when you testified in your deposition. I would say, first of all, I'm the director for Ukraine. I'm responsible for Ukraine. I'm the most knowledgeable. I'm the authority for Ukraine, for the National Security Council, and the White House. I just want a clarification. You report to Tim Morrison, correct?
In my
Your
advisory
direct report is Tim Morrison,
in
correct?
my advisor, just to clarify, only in my advisory capacity, I advise up through the chain of command. That's what I do.
And the chain of command is Tim Morrison to Ambassador John Bolton, the National Security Advisor to the President of the United States.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And do you agree that the President sets the policy as Commander-in-Chief, as you testified previously?
Absolutely.
Thank you. My time's expired.
Huh. Ratcliffe nails it too, Shady. A Democrat poll tested that they found that the crime of bribery alarms voters the most. The only problem is that bribery wasn't even written anywhere. They talked about it in their opening statement, but it wasn't in their opening statement. This is a boom right here. Let's check it out.
In a press conference last Thursday, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, said that President Trump committed the impeachable offense of bribery, evidenced in his July 25th call transcript with President Zelensky. In concert with that, multiple Democratic members of this committee gave TV and radio interviews over this past week discussing how the president's conduct supported his impeachment for committing bribery, all of which struck me as very odd, because for the longest time this was all about quid pro quo, according to the whistleblower complaint. But after witness began saying there was no quid pro quo, or even that quid pro quo was not even possible, we saw a shift from the Democrats. They briefly started to refer to the president's conduct on the July 25th call as extortion. And now it's shifted again last week to bribery. Ms. Williams, you used the word unusual to describe the president's call on July 25th. Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, you used the word inappropriate and proper. Now, I've word searched each of your transcripts, and the word bribery or bribe doesn't appear anywhere in that. Ms. Williams, you've never used the word bribery or bribe to explain President Trump's conduct, correct?
No, sir.
Colonel Vindman, you haven't either.
That is correct.
Wow. So
he proceeds to pull out the transcripts from the other 10 people that's got like a huge stack there, and he sets them down. He's like, bribery doesn't appear in this either.
You got quid pro quo, right? Then you got extortion. Then you got bribery, and bribery's not even written in it, dude. I mean, in the 3,500-page transcripts released so far, there was only one reference to bribery, ironically, to describe President Biden's conduct. Oh my God, Vice President Biden. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, you can watch that later. This is an impeachment sham, guys.
It's not real. It's just a TV show.
Let's watch this.
When you went to Ukraine for the inauguration?
Correct.
May 20th. At any point during that trip, did Mr. Daniluk offer you a position of defense minister with the Ukrainian government?
He did.
And how many times did he do that?
I believe it was 3 times.
Huh.
LIB.
For the Ukrainian government? What kind of uniform? Is that a Ukraine military uniform there? What is that, Shady? What has he got?
I don't know, but it's seemingly questionable about what he's doing.
It does seem like the shift.
He's got
sham.
a twin brother too.
This must
That's
be
in the NSC.
This is President made no demand on President Zelensky, guys. This is all just a big sham.
Remember we talked about yesterday the NSC and finding out that there was like 500 members.
Yeah.
So there's 500 members of the NSC. Every single one of them, except for Miss Williams, that's testifying, is coming from the NSC. So that's going to be like roughly 10 or 12 people from the NSC testifying out of 500. So they've literally got 5% of the people from the NSC testifying against the president of the United States and agreeing that he does set foreign policy. That's pretty much his main staple as a president.
So, unlike the Obama administration, the Trump administration sent Ukraine the weapons they need. And they gave meals ready to eat blankets from the Obama administration from FY14, FY16. And from FY17 to 19, they gave them Javelin anti-tank missiles, sniper rifles from the Trump administration.
Well, the swamp and the NSC doesn't actually want Ukraine to be able to defend themselves.
No. They want them under control.
They want it to be a skirmish, a constant back and forth, so we can get troops in there and keep troops over there. That was their big plan.
Okay, so these questions from R. Devin Nunes deserve answers. Let's listen.
What is the full extent of the Democrats' prior coordination?
Sorry, the volume's so low, guys. I can't.
And who else did the whistleblower coordinate this effort with? The media have fully accepted the Democrats' stunning reversal on the need for the whistleblower to testify to this committee. When the Democrats were insisting on his testimony, the media wanted it too. But things have changed since it became clear the whistleblower would have to answer problematic questions that include these. What was the full extent of the whistleblower's prior coordination with Chairman Schiff, his staff, and any other people he cooperated with while preparing the complaint? What are the whistleblower's political biases and connections to Democratic politicians? How does the whistleblower explain the inaccuracies in the complaint? What contact did the whistleblower have with the media, which appears to be ongoing? What are the sources of the whistleblower's information? Who else did he talk to? And was the whistleblower prohibited by law from receiving or conveying any of that information?
Wow. I want those answers, Shady.
Yes, I want answers too.
I want those answers. I want those answers now. I'm
so does our audience.
But Shady, what's interesting is, and I didn't mean to cut you off, my brother, but I was going to say, what's interesting is that this is just all supposed to happen. This is how we're getting the awareness of people. There's people that are Democrats right now saying, oh my gosh, they've left me.
Yep. It's about us being able to work together no matter what our political viewpoints are.
Yeah.
Whenever I was younger, you didn't judge your neighbor because of their political affiliation. You didn't even really care about it.
No, you just went to the voting places, right? You just went to the voting places and you did your thing.
Right.
Okay, this is Rep. Mark Green. This is just retweeted right here. And okay, so this is the Founding Fathers warned us, okay? Wow. So this is Eyes on Collins. We just had a Founding Father Q post on 11/11 warned us what Democrats are doing, political impeachment simply because they don't like the president or our policies. The American people can see this clearly for what it is. Let's watch.
This is what the Founding Fathers actually warned us against, was a political impeachment in which you just go after them because you don't like their politics. This is a problem we have to face, and American people need to see this clearly for what it is. We can ask questions however we want to, but Adam Schiff is controlling this narrative because he wants one side out. Now, look, this thing is not over. We're going to continue to see a lot of witnesses this week. We're going to see a lot of them who are going to be interesting in some contradictions and seeing the fact that what was happening here and the focus of what the president did. Let's get this back to what the president did, not the theatrics around it. If he wants to remove somebody, he can't. It's his job.
Damn straight.
He can remove an ambassador whenever he wants to. He can have differences of opinion with his own State Department.
Well, that's why I'm asking,
Damn straight. Thank you, Doug Collins. Let's check out Congressman Tim.
Hello, I'm Phil Rowe from the 1st District of Tennessee.
I'm Congressman Tim Burchett from the 2nd District of Tennessee.
I'm Chuck Fleischman from the 3rd District of Tennessee.
I'm Scott Desjardins. I represent the 4th District of Tennessee in Congress.
I am John Rose from the 6th District of Tennessee.
I'm Congressman Mark Green from the 7th District of Tennessee.
I'm Congressman David Kustoff from the 8th Congressional District of Tennessee. From the moment President Trump was inaugurated, before this impeachment inquiry even began, House Democrats have been clear in their desire to remove him from office.
Ever since Speaker Pelosi declared an impeachment inquiry, House Republicans have asked for the unfettered right to subpoena witnesses and the right for the president to have counsel in hearings.
These are the rules that were established for every other impeachment inquiry in our nation's history. To date, House Democrats have not agreed to these requests.
Now, the majority is hand-picking what information and witnesses they want to be highlighted in public hearings to further their agenda to impeach a duly elected president. And calling it fair? This isn't fairness, it's a sham.
I will speak up for my constituents in Tennessee who have had enough of this impeachment
Wow.
charade and want Congress to actually help our constituents to improve their lives.
Instead of passing the USMCA trade agreement, passing legislation to help prevent veterans suicide, passing our appropriations bills for government funding, or passing legislation to reduce prescription drug prices and end surprise
And that
medical
just
billing.
passed.
The only thing House Democrats are trying to accomplish is impeaching this president. And that is a huge loss for our country.
Our economy is strong. Jobs and income are growing. And we're focused on the issues that really matter to Tennesseans.
Wow, that's Tennessee Speak Ups. That's Desjardins, Rep. Chuck, right there, Chuck Fleischman, Rep. John Rose, Rep. Tim Bouchette, Dr. Philip Rowe, and Rep. David Kustoff. That's Tennessee Speaks Up, guys. Call your constituents, guys. Make sure they speak up. Shady. Got another
Yes, sir.
tweet.
Contact your representatives and let them know how upset you are, please.
Absolutely. The facts with POTUS, real Donald Trump. This charade has never been more political theater, and the American people know it. All they do was read the transcript. Time to end the partisan impeachment hearings and get back to the people's work. God bless you, Rep. Mike Kelly from Pennsylvania. Wow. Shady, I think that's, let's just check right now to see if we've got any more Q post. Here we go. So far, no Q post right now. So this is our show for today, Shady. We've got, let me see. Do we have, where's Trinity? There she is.
Where is she?
There she is.
Hopefully she shows up. Otherwise, we're stuck.
We're stuck in the Matrix. We got to get out.
Let's bounce, guys. Everyone out there, much love. Have a wonderful Tuesday and enjoy the clown show.
Enjoy the clown show. I think this is supposed to happen, guys. I really do. And with that, thank you for coming to the show. Please support InTheMatrix.com. Shady Grooove with 3 O's on Twitter. The Matrix Groove Hour on Facebook, guys. Don't forget, In the Matrix on Twitter. We got our great, awesome mods down there. Thank you very much, mods. Thank you, Patriots. We together are the most red-pilled audience and show on